Day 12 of the Sun Tran bus strike, which will now go down as the longest strike in the company's history. Back in 2001, the union went on strike for 12 days. There's really no end in sight for now, as the two sides haven't sat down at the negotiating table since August 1st. Today, we spoke to both parties about what's holding back a deal. One of the last buses of the day leaving the Ronstadt Center. And frustrated doesn't even begin to explain how the people here are feeling.
We need to end the strike. We need to let people know that this is serious and that we need to end the strike now. We need buses now.
Some have lost jobs, and one man says his boss has to pick him and 6 other employees up every morning.
I depend on the bus a lot. You know, when it's not there for me, then what am I to do? It's gotten to the point where, you know, I've actually even called the mayor to have them, you know, put some kind of pressure on to put an end to this strike.
The negotiations are up to Sun Tran and the Teamsters. About 48% of Sun Tran's budget comes from the city's general fund. Because the rest is federally funded and from other grants, the union has a right to strike. Last week, the union offered a new proposal they say was significantly lower than the previous one. Instead of a $1 raise, it's now 55 cents for each year in the 3-year deal. Still, though, Sun Tran says it's not financially reasonable.
At this point, the offer that was originally provided is what's on the table, so that's where we're staying at this point.
363 voted no, only 4 voted yes.
That original offer was turned down by the Teamsters almost unanimously. A spokesperson for Sun Tran says they are willing to go back to the table, but the union says if they're not willing to make changes, what's the point?
When they've stated that there's going to be no change to the firm and final proposal, there's nothing to go back and negotiate. If we go sit down at the table with them as they had requested for today, all they're going to tell us is there's no change.
The last time the two sat at the negotiating table was actually August 5th. A spokesperson for Sun Tran says they can't say whether or not they would make changes. That would be up to the negotiating team. We did reach out to the mayor's office for some kind of comment on the strike, but did not immediately hear back. Meanwhile, the City Department of Transportation did not want to comment. For the latest on the bus routes, head to our website. That's KGUN9.com.